Time for another board game review, and this time we have the game Inkling. This was sent to me by Osprey Games, and it's designed by John Keyworth. Inkling is a word game with an innovative twist. Each turn you will play your cards in front of you, hoping the players next to you can glean the words you're trying to convey, but without the perfect letters you will need to get creative. How you go about that is up to you. Rotate your cards, play them upside down or on their side, or have them overlap one another, whatever it takes to get your meaning across. Let me show you how to play. So in Inkling, you start with 8 of these ink cards, and they have different letters on them, and you're going to try to use these to get people to guess your clue words. So you have a word list here. In this case, year, house, and system are 1-point words. Example and interest are 2 points, and community is 3 points. And you want your neighbors to guess as many of these words as possible. However, you're only going to have 3 rounds. And as you can see, there are 6 words. So, if you want, you can try to convey as many of those words as possible during each round. So you can choose to focus on a single word, or you can try to do multiple. It's totally up to you. So let's say I tried to do the word year. Or, no, let's do house. Let's do a house. So, because I have an H, I've got an O. Now, for the rest of it, I'm gonna have to be a little more creative. So I could make this something like this. I could cover this G to make it a U. I could put this here, even though it's not a perfect recreation. I'm just hoping that they'll understand what I'm trying to write. And then I don't know, something like this. It's not perfect, but it is. Is there a way I could do this better? Maybe something like this. The fun of the game is you're just trying to figure out exactly the right way to go about it. So let's say I did this, and so this is my attempt at trying to get people to guess the word house. Now, this may work or this may not. That's the fun of the game. But that's one example of what you could do on your first round. But yeah, you can cover up parts of cards. You can leave gaps. You can put cards face down. There's pretty much total freedom as long as you just don't show the word on your clue on the word list itself. You can do whatever you want with the cards. Once everyone has made their words, then you try to guess the clue words of the players on your left and right, and you will write them on this sheet here. So if you think somebody has the word forest, you would write it here. If you think your neighbor is doing the word, mattress, you would put it there. You can make multiple guesses each round, but you can only make up to 7 guesses for the entire game. After that, you draw ink cards. So you can choose up to 2 ink cards in your hand to put at the bottom of the deck. Let's say I don't want these 2. So I can put them on the bottom and replace them and add those to my hand. Then I draw 3 ink cards on top of that, and everybody does this. Then after that, you do another round. So let's say this time, I'm gonna try to do the word interest. So, okay, let's see what letters I have. I have an S, I have an N. I can turn this H into an I like that. So maybe I-N. Doing some maneuvering here, I can turn that into a T. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough. Interest. E-R, well, here's an R. So I-N-T. It's a little T from this G, but maybe that'll work. And maybe I'll decide, you know what? Hopefully my neighbors will understand that this is a blank, and this is a blank. And that is my word, my attempt at interest. I-N-T blank R blank S-T. Probably the best I can do with what letters I have. And yeah, then after that you just guess your neighbor's words. Now, after you do 3 rounds, then you would look at all the words you wrote down for your neighbors, and for each one that you got correct, you would score those points. And your total score is you add up both scores, not only of the scores that you got for your neighbors, but also whatever your neighbors can guess of your words, you get points for that too. As you can see on the bottom here, your neighbor's score for you goes here. Your score for your neighbor goes here. Because you want not only to be able to guess your neighbors, but give them good enough clues to guess your stuff. Then you just add up all your scores together. That's your total score. Whoever has the highest score wins. In case of a tie, whoever did the fewest guesses. But that's pretty much the game. Just take these letter cards and try to make words as best as you can.
So I'll be completely honest, I had some doubts while reading the instructions for this game and how well it would work. I was like, really? That's all that there is to this? But I was completely wrong. This was actually really, really fun. Manipulating the cards is honestly a treat. The game encourages you to do whatever you want, and so it's really fun seeing what other people do with those cards. Oftentimes, I would just admire how my friends would use their brains to make the words appear. This game has the energy of what I describe as like judges going around an art fair and going, ooh, ah, oh, like, you know, if someone does a particularly good job, it's really cool to see like, oh shit, you pulled off that word with those letters. On the other hand, it's also really funny if everyone's just staring at a word going, what the hell were you trying to do here? For me, this wasn't a game about winning or points. Like, obviously I wanted people to get, I was proud if I, you know, did a good job. But in terms of keeping track, it didn't matter that much to me. It was more about just seeing how creative people were with the cards, and the word guessing element is also really fun on top of that. This one genuinely surprised me with how interesting and also just straight up accessible it is. You just make words with letters. Go. It's very simple. I really enjoyed this.